Hi, this is Mike with Thrive, and welcome to December's SEO Performance Report. Just as we've been doing for the last several months, and now going on to years, we compile several key performance indicators or KPIs, and we do this to track our performance and keep an eye on the overall health of the website. So diving right in, our first key metric that we evaluate is our top 5 keywords. Our top 5 keywords are keywords and queries that are rendering positions 1 through 5, and that's on the first page of the Google search results. So looking at our numbers for December, we finished the year at 50. It's been fluctuating like this for the last couple of months between 50, 49, 50, and 47, as you see there. But pretty consistent, not too much movement there and not too much volatility. And just coming under our all-time record of 53 in December for 2019, but very, very close. And again, in the COVID environment, we look for consistency. So, we could see it right there. So we're pleased to report on that for the third month in a row. Let's take a look at those keywords and a little finer. We can take a look at some of the volumes and how they're rendering within the indexes. Okay, I loaded our keyword report here. As you see, the actual keywords to the left, followed by the corresponding search engine result type, the position that it currently is rendering in, the amount of change that occurred in the last 30, along with our competition ratings. So that's based on the ad saturation on the page, the monthly volume in search, and then our cost per click all the way to the right. And then looking here, I look at our keywords in two fundamental areas. So one is our branded keywords. So this is Lake Ashton or Lake Ashton, Lake Wales, Lake Ashton retirement, and all those variations. So we want to make sure that the branding is well positioned in the top part of the page, and we see that here. That has not changed for quite some time, and we're able to maintain not just the traditional search, but also present in the videos and also in the over here. If you look here in the compass, it's in the knowledge panel. So that's awesome. So looking through the other theme is our non-branded keywords. So this is everything like Florida, active Florida lifestyle, Florida retirement homes, Florida right size retirement, anything that doesn't have Lake Ashton within the search query. So looking here, looks like we had some movement with the in the branded side, the Lake Ashton Country Club, so that went up 3 positions, and then retirement homes for sale Lake Ashton moving up 1 position. But as you see, pretty much everything is solid in the top positions here at number 1. And there's some decent search volume here as well. So looking really pretty consistent. Like I said, not too much shifting around when we're looking at the overall keyword mix. Next key metric is total traffic. Total traffic is measured in sessions, and a session is a measure of someone who goes to more than one web page versus just looking at overall page views. We use sessions because it automatically, by default, will filter out a lot of that bot traffic or the high bounce traffic, and then we can focus on real visitor behavior and the content that they interact with. So looking at December, we finished the year, again, pretty consistent from September. I know we have an overall volume issue, as you can see this year. And I mean, it's pretty obvious as to why. But again, we're producing some consistency. So 3201, so that's up from 2740 in November. So we're really pleased to see that. And we anticipate those numbers to continue to increase, especially as more of the vaccine is rolled out and the COVID numbers start to come down. People are going to want to move to Florida. I know I would be if I lived in New York. I would be miserable. So we're banking on a good volume increase. We see that typically this time of year, as we can look over here with our January figures from 2018 and 19 respectively. So again, we're looking for a degree of that to return. So definitely over 3,000 sessions for January. So we'll put the forecast there. Let's take a deeper dive into this traffic. We can look at the contributing sources, and then we can look at some of our conversion data. Look at our SEO progress report here. Keep in mind of the active link within the content here. This goes directly to your shared project folder. You can find this report, 3 key metrics, and your project timesheets. Let me know if you have any trouble accessing that. Looking at our date range, we're looking at year over year for December. Again, we like to do that because it contains all of the degrees of seasonality from the prior year. Our traffic is down quite substantially overall at 43%, from 5684 down to 3201. So that's quite a decrease. Looking specifically at organic at 1514 on the sessions, that's slightly up from last year from 1498. So again, seeing those healthy indicators of the keywords. Again, we might have a volume issue, but we're producing, actually, and we would have to rank just a little bit better this time in 2020 versus 2019 in order to get this gain due to the overall everything is decreasing, the volume is decreasing. So we had to work a little double time to actually produce the same, if not slightly more amount of sessions. I hope that makes sense. Looking at everything broken out, organic producing the majority of the sessions for this month, 1514, and then paid search right behind it at 1119, and then direct and referral. And then just quickly, briefly looking at our landing pages, the home page producing the majority of the sessions, followed by our specials. And again, that Florida Retirement Community Spring blog entry, again, a huge increase compared to 2019. Well, I mean, to be fair, this wasn't posted until the spring. So yeah, the percentages are going to be outrageous. But still, some of these other pages, even the contact us, looking a year over year at 45% over that. So I don't know, it looks really good from my perspective, especially the about us. I mean, this is an informational page where they really dive in to see, like, all right, who are you and what you're really about, and how can I contact you, right? So it's just a fancy contact us page, right? But again, 25% over this time last year. And then last, we will dive into our goal completion. So as we can see, we have 3 signups and 21 contact us. So that's a grand total of 24. And this is strictly from the SEO side of things. So we're really pleased to report on that. And we're eager to hear, how that turned out, if we were able to get some sales or at least some appointments booked. So with that said, that concludes our reporting for this month. Before we do that, let me dive into the other. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I have a new laptop, so some of my navigation is a little troublesome. So I hope this video comes out okay. With that said, we're noting our leads here, and keep in mind we're not blending our leads from the organic source to paid search or direct. So 24 submissions. So again, that's increased. That's up from 11 in November, and we're anticipating a lot more leads for 2021. So I'll have to put a new line on this graph, and then we'll start tracing that performance. So, but I anticipate more of these leads. This continue to increase as more and more of the vaccine is rolled out, and people are getting more and more braver to go back outside and return to normal life. So we're looking forward to that. Believe me, I am. And we want to see more traffic and more conversions, so you guys can sell more homes. So again, that concludes our reporting for this month. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Scott. We really appreciate you as clients. And with that said, we really hope you have a pleasant rest of your week. Thanks.